Well, I'm meteorologist Vin Crosby from the Weather Show at Vin Crosby here on YouTube, right around Franklin Road and Maple Grove, and we're looking back to the north up by the Emmett area, and you can see we do have a thunderstorm that has developed. Winds coming on in from the south and southeast. But at the same time, that storm system is kind of moving away, pinwheeling around a big circulation that's up in the atmosphere right now. And we're seeing these storms kind of move to the north and rotate back towards the west a little bit as they move to the north. And there's a lot of different wind speeds and directions with the clouds as they continue to move in that direction. Now notice these clouds right in through here. They're kind of coming in this direction and sliding in that direction as the overall storm system moves towards the north. Now, I have seen some flashes of lightning, and sometimes we get those little, stratus clouds hanging down from the base of the clouds, and that gives a little swirl, if you will. We call it scud in meteorology, and sometimes those get a little swirl to them, but that's not a funnel cloud. It's not a tornado, but we are seeing some good rain showers. As a matter of fact, there's a good rain shower and a hail shaft that's back there as well. So that hail shaft coming on down across the region will continue pressing towards the north and the east with the lightning that's coming down and the very heavy rains that are associated with most thunderstorms. So this weather pattern that we're in with this, again, this broad circulation that's kind of coming in from the south down around Nevada, then getting up into Idaho, is going to pinwheel little spins in the atmosphere that forms thunderstorms, and they're going to move on up to the north like they're doing now and tonight. But during tomorrow afternoon, this system's going to start winding up and moving towards the east and getting down towards southern areas of, say, Utah and kicking out into the plains. And when that happens, all this activity you see going on to the north is going to drop back down right on top of us and kind of concentrate right over on the Boise area, right down on the Treasure Valley for some substantial rains going on in towards Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. So this is just the beginning. It's going to move to the north, and then it's going to come right back down on top of us from north to south over the next couple of days. But that's a pretty impressive little hail shaft right there. You can see that white, grayish kind of color as opposed to the shadows, and that's what you're looking at here. The darker clouds are shadows, and you can see the heavy rains back up to the north. But then that hail shaft right there, very distinct line, that's continuing to press towards the north and east. This right here is a shelf cloud that's kind of forming and wrapping around the thunderstorm, yet it is kind of moving in a direction where it's moving a little bit like a spin, and you can see that kind of wrapping in there, and then you get all that cloud by the hail shaft, and that's what's lowering in the atmosphere. That's what we call that in meteorology, is a lowering of the atmosphere. But that's a beautiful looking storm right now. If we do get some breaks of sun as it gets lower on the horizon, if you're a photographer or an enthusiast, get ready for a beautiful rainbow tonight, because that will be popping out here probably as the sun gets lower, because the skies back towards here are breaking up and there's blue skies to the south. But clearly you can see the very mature thunderstorm moving on to the north and east. There are more back towards our east coming in from the east, moving back towards the west, and that's going to be the general trend of these showers and storms as we move on in through the overnight hours. So I wanted to stop and give you that update. We got some breaks and some sun in some areas to the south, but back up to the north, very heavy rains coming on down, and there is lightning associated with this storm system. I'm going to watch it here for a little bit, and then get this posted on up to the YouTube channel. If you have any pictures or anything like that, please send them to me. If you want a personalized forecast, maybe you're doing some traveling out there, please let me know. Contact me at the Weather Show, the number 1 at gmail.com.